sponsored by Patreon. If you're looking for exclusive content, after dark content, podcast episodes, and other features, please look at subscribing. Subscriptions are low as $1. Hi everyone, this is Michael. I'm here in my lovely sunny apartment here in Pinghu with the animals. I've got Chai Chai over there. As you can see, the cat's on the cat tree, and Xiaomi is over on the other side near my TV. I thought I'll talk to you guys today because I've been doing a bit of research on education recently, partly because I've been doing a module for my master's degree on critical education theory. And the reason I need to do that is because I'm doing a master's in education leadership. So to talk about what schools need to do, how we get involved and stuff. And I've been learning a lot about neoliberalism and globalization in education. Can you stop, please? Thank you. The scratching poster's over there, not the sofa. So, you have to excuse me as well. I'm currently suffering a little bit of hay fever because the weather has changed. It's gotten a lot more sunny. Because it's gotten a lot more sunny, I'm going to get a little bit of the sniffles every now and then. It happens. So I want to talk about neoliberalism, globalization in education, and talk about a few things that are happening in today's society. Where there was a quote recently on a TED Talk I watched from a guy called David Baker. He is an education professional who was talking about the idea of how education is just learning things. Now, he went to like poor countries and poor cities, and he was discussing about a young lady who became a nurse because she fell in love with education, which is true. Falling in love with education is a thing. I'm currently falling in love with education. I can tell you my story because I came here in 2019. When I originally came to China, I had nothing, right? I was in a situation where I was basically going through my own self-doubt, in a sense. I was working as an actor, working on several different jobs, several different roles, and being slotted into different places. But as I was going through my side, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where I wanted to go because I didn't feel fulfilled. I was having a situation where I was homeless. I had no idea what I wanted to do in my life. And I didn't feel like working full-time as an actor was getting me anywhere. I wasn't earning a livable wage, to be honest, like not enough to buy an apartment, to buy a car, to basically support my family. Plus, I was homeless, and I had the people who were supposed to support me weren't really doing that. And I can understand why. Everyone has their own struggles. It's kind of selfish of me or anyone to kind of get anyone else to vouch for me or look after me or spend time with me or do anything for me, because it should never be that way. Hello, Xiaomi. It should never be that way. At the end of the day, you rely on yourself. Your support network can be a support network, but sometimes we have no support network. It's not there. It's never going to be there. And you have to make a choice what you're going to do or how you're going to do things. So I was going through like a huge thing with depression, and I wanted to figure out what I was going to do with myself. And then I got the opportunity to come to China, and it was by an agency, and I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to kind of like put them on blast. I don't even think they're around anymore, to be honest, after the whole COVID thing. So they gave me a call. I joined with them. I came to China on my own dime. Joined up with a company, got my visa sorted out, and they kind of were a bit shady. And I will say a lot of agencies that try to bring you over are a little shady unless you're going through an international school or some kindergartens. Basically, if it's professional business, then you're fine. If it's owned by someone who says they're a business person, it usually isn't, because they don't know anything about the process. So I was lucky enough that my first boss that I got when I was learning the process of education and what I needed to do, um, she kind of wisened me up on what I needed and how I needed to do things. So I did that and got myself to the next phase, where I ended up in Shanghai, and through Shanghai, I ended up joining another company. Let's not fight. Then, as I then progressed, I wanted, there was new laws and sweeping changes that were being made, so I couldn't work where I was working in Shanghai at the training center that I was working at, where I was the head of English there. Um, and I went from there. Chai Chai, stop. Sorry, she's fighting the cats. So I went from there to working at an international school, and then from that international school to working where I am currently now in Pinghu. And it took a lot of learning to do that. And that was, they call it like soft. You're learning soft skills because they're things that you learn that you'll use in everyday life. And that's what I kind of did. I used logical thinking. I talked to people, loads of people, when I went on dates, when I was hanging out with people, even when I was dating someone, I had people help me to go to the next phase of what I needed to do. And with their help, I managed to progress and move forward. And that's great. You know, I think that's important for anybody, for you, for me, or anyone else, that we need those people around to help us and generate that kind of support network. But then I was adamant when I started working at my former international school that I wanted to do my postgrad in education. And the reason why that I wanted to do this, oh, and I also did the TEFL and TEAL courses before that. And the reason I wanted to do this is, one, they will guarantee you were going to get work. A lot of international schools, if you're going to Dubai, China, Japan, wherever, if you have these qualifications, you're going to get a good position. It may not be amazing money, but it will be good money, enough that you can live on. Whereas when I was working in a training center, my value was low. I was a low skilled worker. My value was low. They just needed someone who spoke English. They didn't care if you could teach or not, right? So I realized this early on. I knew what I needed to do, and how much money I needed in order to get there. So I started self-funding my education. Um, and so I passed the postgrad. So, like, counting after a year, I passed the postgrad. I left my former international school and joined up with this new school here because I wasn't happy. Um, and I'm not going to put them on blast, because if I put them on blast, there's going to be so much commotion, and I just don't want to do it. And a lot of people are very petty. As we know, human beings are petty. You can either go two ways. You can just shut up and save face and just ignore it, or you can literally go through a situation where you're just incredibly petty with human beings. So I left it at that. And now we're moving on. I'm on almost year 2 of my current school, and I'm guaranteed a 3-year deal with this school. The money is really good. The contract works for me. The education that I'm getting for myself is great, because I went from Sunderland University, who specialize in delivering a teacher qualification. So it allows you to get the postgrad certificate in education, and I'm going to follow up with the IQTS later on, which you don't have to do, by the way. You can either get one or the other. I'm just being a greedy git, and I want to do the IQTS as well. Then focus on the masters in education. And once I've got the masters sorted out, my goal is to also do a second masters, which is with Sunderland in international education, which specializes in what I'm doing. And then do a professorship in drama and theatre. So this is all from money that I've acquired, from money that I make myself, that I pay myself for these courses. And I've also been doing stuff in working with my credit rating and investing some little money into stocks, shares, and crypto. And this is the thing that a lot of these guys who are trying to sell you this idea of, oh, education is not a good idea. You need to come and go with us and we'll teach you how to do it. And I learned from books and I'm going to teach you how to do it the way I did it. It's a whole load of bull crap. It's these guys, one, they're not certified in what they do. Because they're not certified, it means that you're getting someone to tell you and give you information. That's like me going to learn under a well-known actor, right? That guy could train me, but he doesn't have to tell anyone he's trained me. I have no proof that he trained me. There is nothing to say that he trained me. And to be honest, if I gave him my money, he could just not train me at all. And that's the problem. When you go to an education institution, especially one that is certified, I don't mean these fake schools. And I know there's been situations with people such as Donald Trump, for instance, and Trump University, where people's degrees are null and void because they're not actual degrees. But with schools that I've researched and schools that I'm currently learning with, I know that they're certified. I know that they're verified, and the qualifications I get can help me in my career. So that's really all I wanted to say to you guys is I know you think education is a waste of money, and I know you think education isn't something that you need, especially if you're a jobbing actor who just wants to try and get a career in the industry. But it may not be something that you need, but it's something that can help, and it can also help in terms of your logical thinking skills. Yes, Luigi. And it can help you figure out what you want to do next, and where you want to go, and what your career path is. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's important. It is very, very important for you, for your family, for everyone around you, that if you're lost and you need to figure out where you need to be, education's part of that. And going in that direction, figuring out what you want to do with yourself will help. And if all else fails, don't give up. Just move. Just do what I did. I just took as little money as I had from an acting job I did and saved it and went, right, time for me to go. And I left. I moved to China, and it's been 3 years, and I'm still here. Everyone else has gone. Everyone else has that I've known and met in China has moved on. I haven't, and the reason why is because I know there's a lot more I can do here. I want to run my own school. I want to be responsible for educating the next leaders, the next big people in society. And I've always had the goal of leaving this planet better than when I found it. Because you do need to leave it better than when you found it. Because let's be real here. Right now, a lot of people in this country are a bunch of arseholes who want to attack trans kids and attack LGBTQ and attack people of color and attack everyone else. And it's just not a nice place to be. So we need people like teachers and workers, people who can make things a lot better, because we're passing on this earth to the next generation. The billions of dollars that a lot of these assholes make, they're not going to be able to take it with them. All they can do is just raise a bunch of spoiled children who'll get more of this money and misuse it any way that they know how. And we get to watch the shit show. Or we can actually do something with ourselves and go, you know what? Time to make a difference. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, hope you like this video. I know it's a bit of a ramble, but I thought I'd let you know about my experiences and how education can help, because it can help. If it couldn't help, then I wouldn't be where I am right now. I'm in a position where I'm hoping eventually I'll be able to get my own apartment, like buy an apartment in the UK, and also put my kids in a better position than I was when I was struggling. And it's hard. Life is very hard, and people make it harder because there are those people who just want you to suffer. So there you go. Hope you're having a great day. Remember to drink water, eat your fiber, and hopefully you're going to have a fantastic day or fantastic evening. So I will see you again very, very soon. And it's a bye-bye from the rest of you guys. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Xiaomi. Yeah. Bye-bye. See you soon.